I am Daniel Lucas.
Hello, I'm Alessandro Panettoni and welcome to Food 101.
Food, people. Let's talk about food. Oh, Shafi.
Hello, Daniel, how you doing?
I'm fabulous like you. And how about you,
Fantastic.
Shafi?
Good. Keep going.
But anyway, people, we're fixing the bugs of
Are
our
we here? Are we here? Come on.
YouTube live because we want to give you our live discussion with Chef Alessandro. And
Yeah.
probably next week, Shafi, I'm gonna do a schedule in LinkedIn so that we can do also live over there. I do many times in Book 101 review, but it's not working. I don't know what's happening over there. But
Hmm.
I try to fix the bug. Now we are so glad that our culinary course is already rolled out.
Fantastic. Good job,
Y-
Daniel.
Good job for us, Chef. Good job for us. Yay! Because it's been a long time, Chef and I are longing to roll out our culinary course so that you can enroll and to create a delicious food. So, people, what is inside our Food 101 Volume 1 Basics? We just want to tell you what you will learn to our Volume 1 Basics. Number one, modules Introduction to Culinary Basics. For sure, as a basics, this is very important. Yeah, Shafi?
Yeah, food safety and the hygiene. Yeah.
This is very important, people. First thing, you need to understand what is food safety and hygiene in the kitchen. And of course, the second, understanding the kitchen is very important too. You know why? Because if you understand your kitchen, for sure, it's easy for you to do something in the kitchen that you want because you know where you can get your salt, where you can get everything, your ingredients, where is the dry storage, and a lot more. And the last module will be on the first lesson is basic cooking terms and techniques. This is very important, very important to people because cooking terms there's a lot of cooking terms in the kitchen that you need to know, right, Chappy? Can you tell us one example of cooking terms and techniques that you are always doing in the kitchen, Chappy?
Cooking, basic cooking terms, technique. Wow, technique, you can, technique to cut. So you get a different kind of cut. You got julienne, you got moi, you got, uh, some people call matchsticks, So there is so many different terms how to cut things, carrots, potato, uh, vegetable, any kind of vegetable, meat too, anyway. So yeah, there
Yeah.
is lots of term, lots of technique to learn.
Yes, people. There's a lot. So if you take our modules or Food 101, Volume 1 Basics, you gonna learn all those cooking terms and techniques. For the second modules, you're gonna learn the ingredients and flavors. And exploring flavors and spices. That is important in cooking, especially blending spices and giving flavor to the food that you are cooking. I'm good to that, Jeffrey.
Yes, absolutely. You need to
Giving
know what to
flavor.
put inside, the tomato sauce.
Let's sample for the flavors and spices. I do marinate what do you call this, all the meat that I'm doing, like chicken, beef, and what kind of meat that I'm using. I do marinate 1 day ahead. Why, people? Because if you marinate it, once you cook it, it's more delicious. The flavor, the aroma is different from the meat that it's not marinated. And plus one additional tip. So once you marinated all the meat that you are doing, it will release the toxic of the meat that you are marinating, and that's the good thing. So that you cannot eat that toxic that inside the meat. And Safi number two will be understanding ingredients.
Sure, you need to know what you use in the kitchen. Absolutely.
Yes. What's the difference of, let's say, spices and
Well,
herbs?
well, not just that. You just, there is different kind of, for example, tomato. You got five different kind of tomatoes, six times, 20, 30. If you're in Italy, there is more than that.
Yes.
So, when you go to the store, you can find all different kind of tomato over there. Or, it's, even the kale, different kind of kale. So you need to know to understand, what you use in the kitchen. Absolutely.
Definitely. And last for the modules, food and wine pairing. Oh, good sample for that, people. If you're cooking fish, always use white wine,
Hmm.
right? And if you're cooking meat like beef, it's good for that is red wine. So pairing food with wine is something else. I do sometimes. I do if I'm marinating chicken breast. I usually put white wine to remove some of this excess what do you call this in chicken taste smell like chicken. It will remove that smell if you use white wine in marinating chicken. And at the end, if you grilled it, oh mamma mia, something else. Delicious. Right, Shafi? Can you add
Yeah, but
for that
it's
wine
because
pairing?
the wine is going to even tenderize your meat too. Anyway, so
A good tenderizer.
yeah.
And the last module, no, the third module that you're gonna learn for a Food 101 Basics, Volume 1 Basics, cooking techniques. Of course, you're gonna learn how to sauteing and frying.
Baking, basic, wow, grilling and roasting.
Yes, those are the basic cooking techniques that you need to learn when you want to be a cook, whatever position in the
Especially
kitchen.
now, grilling and roasting, barbecue in the summer. Perfect
Mm.
time.
Yes, so exactly. They told us that cooking is easy if you know those cooking techniques. Is that true?
Yes, help. No easy, but it's going to help for sure.
Yes,
Absolutely. It's
for
going to
sure.
make your life easier.
More, more easier. Grilling and roasting, especially if you're doing steak. You know, the
Mhm.
doneness is medium, medium well, medium rare. If you're good in grilling, oh my goodness, it's easy for you. Just touch the steak and you said, "Oh, this is medium rare." Oh, just by touching people or just look at it,
It
you
takes
know.
time, to go there. It takes lots of time to to touch the color of the meat.
Yes,
We got we
professionally.
got we got the color. No, what color you want, a medium well, a rare.
Yes,
So yes, to know what color is, it needs time, to touch it.
yes. By touching it or by looking at the color, you mean to
Yeah,
say you are already professional in grilling and
yeah,
roasting.
absolutely.
So in baking too, I love baking, Chevy, than cooking because baking for me it's just like experimentation and
Mhm.
a measurement. But once you know already the basic of measurement, let's say I do pineapple upside down and the usual ingredients, of course, pineapple, then flour, egg, and I use food butter to make this more smooth when you're gonna bake it. And one more tips for baking people: do not use milk because milk make the gluten stick together. So when you cook with milk ingredients when you're baking it, they become hard. But if you use oil instead of milk, it will make the gluten soft. So your
Well, depend
bake.
always what you're making, of course.
It depends. But most of the time, that if you're cooking something with milk and observe that uh, the outcome will become more hard. So mix with milk. If it is the ingredient is really intended to use milk, make half and half milk and oil so that the gluten will not stick together. Just only tips because I
Cool.
observed it. Yes. So
Guys,
Shafi,
this is Daniel that is preparing all this, this course because he's the one, he's the guy, he's making all this stuff.
yeah.
So we had to say that, because he's put all himself, all his time off, because it doesn't work
I'm not
to do
even
all this,
sleeping.
the research and information, load up the computer, all this. So it's all on him anyway. So that's
Yes,
good.
and Shafi, uh, even I'm not sleeping, I want to finish this course. It's that I can do it. Even I cannot sleep for one day. Just to promise people, but because it's been a long time, we're telling to the world that we have culinary course. I think this is 1 year and a half that we're saying that, and we did already, and we are inviting you to enroll and learn how to cook delicious. And the last part will be recipe creation and presentation. This is very important, right, Chappy? Menu
Wow,
planning.
yes, that's my part.
Yes. How do you menu planning, Chappy?
No, lots of research, yes, lots of food cost to check, of course, and that's presentation. It's always going to be at the end, but you already imagine how the plate's going to come out.
Mm,
So you have in your head, how to put the plate in the way that you like. You already imagine how you present the plate.
mm,
Then when it's time, of course you do some change and everything, but at the end, it's always the first thing you imagine and thinking about it is going
mm,
to be that one,
mhm.
the best part.
The best part for sure. So after
Yeah.
menu planning, Chefy, of course you're creating your own recipes.
Yeah, yeah, but you know what? I like menu planning. I like food costing. I really love it.
Mm-hmm.
Be honest with you, I never liked math before when I was a kid. But then when I start to do this job, I start to know, how interesting it is, and how cool it is to figure out, how to reach the percentage that you want to reach, and
Mm,
how to save money, not just, the company, but, it's a very good thing, that you don't waste food, you don't waste money. Absolutely. So
definitely.
that's the cool part for me. I love it, even if I don't like to stay in the office too much because I don't like it, but, I like to work on the line. But sometimes I like to spend my time on it.
Sitting around and do menu planning is
Yeah,
something else, people, and we salute chef like doing that. So chefy, after that, creating your own recipes, how would you do creating recipe with your budget?
with my budget, wow. First thing, of course, you gotta see how many recipes you gotta put on the menu, and then you gotta see what kind of percentage you want to reach, what kind of percentage you want to use for the to sell, and of course, sometimes you can basically you can go up and down. Depends. You can sometimes you can use an expensive things. It charge a little bit less, but you're gonna get that anyway.
That
But no, it's for me to do a menu planning. It's shopping a little bit around, go looking around and see what's on the market now, what's the new trend is going around in North America for now, and especially for me, Italy anyway. Get the ideas what's going on in Italy right now because we get always late in North
yes,
America. So if 5 or 6 months was so trending in Italy, some kind of pasta or whatever, we're gonna get it after 6 months here, and so it's good to know, in advance, so you can get ready. You can play a little bit with the recipe, invent something, and get some idea, and that's the. I think it's very fun. It's very cool. It's nice. It's nice. I
experience.
love it. It's my job anyway. So
Yes. Is a great experience doing that, Chevy. Because when I
Mhm.
was working also in a cruise ship, I was the assistant of the chef, so I know what he's doing, and some of the tasks that supposed to be he's doing, I'm doing it. So
Mhm.
do like
Yeah, I see the
planning and
difference.
everything.
The difference on a cruise and in a regular restaurant. Well, the cruise, they're already planning for 6 months, 8 months, 9 months. The menu for all the time on the cruise, of course. You
Yes,
have to be prepared. You can't change the menu every day unless you're superhero. You got
yes,
helicopter bring the food, but but no, but for the rest it's different. I like to go shopping around. Go looking at the market. What's local. That's the most important thing. Go looking around. They look. Okay, now it's season for. Let's do this. We use that. And talk with my staff. See what they would like to do. What kind of stuff pasta you want to do. What kind of so it's that's how you create stuff. It's not just one person, but there is evolving. Everybody around you, around in the kitchen, may are part of this. The planning menu or uh, create something memorable for for the company, of course.
yes.
Absolutely.
For sure. So that will be the creating your own recipes, people. And for the last part of our modules for our Food 101, Volume 1 Basics, food presentation. That is really important, right, Shafi? Food
Yeah.
presentation. So how?
Presentation. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Presentation is always beautiful, especially if I got black plate and I like it. But no, 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 no. Presentation, no. Like I said before, if you're chef, you already imagine how the plate is going to come out. You already know what kind of decoration you're going to put, what kind of sauce you're going to put it on, how much sauce you put it, how much, uh, what kind of potato you're going to use on that, what kind of, So it's all little things that, you already have in your head, and you vision, how going to come out, and then you try to put it on the plate after. So that's the funny part, when with the collaboration of all the staff around you, they're gonna help you out to create whatever it's memorable for the recipe, of course.
Definitely. Food
And
presentation.
give, of course, to the guests you know the best performance and the best something to remember for. Absolutely.
Yes. Yes. They always come back to your restaurant if you have a good presentation
Mm.
plus good taste. Mm. They
Oh
will
yeah.
for sure they will come back and come back and come back. So Shafiq, can you give us a good example for food presentation for main course? Let's say ossobuco milanese.
No, also Bucharest, that's simple, it's classic. So if I close my eyes, I can just see it in the plate, Of course, you need the risotto, of course. A nice saffron risotto as a base. You have to cook your also buco that we talk so many other times, classic, your southern carrots and onion, and pencil the ossobuco, and then you let it cook red wine, put your tomato stock and bouillon. It's all the basic things there, how to cook one ossobuco. But then at the end, how you present it. You can put the risotto on the bottom and the ossobuco on top. And if you have some nice, beautiful gold leaf to put on top, would be amazing. It's a nice match with the gold and saffron, and your demi sauce came out from the reduction of the ossobuco all around the plate. That's it. Simple like that, but you got your tradition and a classic plate. The in Italy we still love it. We still do it.
Yes.
It's
Simple
all
but
depends after how
delicious.
we present anyway.
Yes, simple but delicious, as they
Yeah.
said. So the last part of the of our modules before Food 101 culinary course volume 1 basics will be quiz. This is will be the cope up or the whole summary of the course. So, Shafi, before we go on, let's shout out our listeners. We forgot our listeners.
No, no
So,
problem. We still got time, lots of time.
lots of time. So, Shafi, let's shout out our listeners from down under.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay, so we got Western Australia, 69%. Ooh, wow. Victoria, 23%. New South Wales, 6%. Queensland, 1%. South Australia, 1%.
Oh, thank you.
Wow, Western
Oh,
Australia, wow, that's amazing,
yes.
16%.
Just Australia is a big continent, country. But
Wow,
thank you
amazing.
so much. Thank you so much for supporting this podcast because this podcast is created to empower food people. And now we are discussing our Food 101 Volume 1 Basics Culinary course. So, to sum up what we are talking about, people, let's do uh, summarize of what we talk about. And
Mhm.
this is the first um culinary course that we are offering. It's been a long time that we are talking about this and we really created it. And please do enroll and learn how to create a delicious food. And uh we are so very grateful. So now the number one thing that you're gonna learn or introduction to culinary basics is food safety and hygiene, understanding the kitchen, basic cooking terms and techniques. And the second module, Shafi?
We got exploring flavor and spice, understanding ingredients, food and wine pairing.
Yes, people, of course, the sauteing and frying, baking basics, grilling and roasting, and of course, the latter part will be
Menu
chef favorite.
planning, creating your own recipe, food presentation, and quiz.
Yes, so please do enroll our Food 101 Culinary course, Volume 1 Basics. I think it's only 50 Canadian dollar, people. If you enroll to a culinary course, this is more than that. I make sure that it's affordable and easy to understand because there's an audiobook too. No, not there's an audio on each modules. I- If you prefer not to read, you can listen to the audio. And I'm planning to have the video, but it takes sometimes to do. So probably if I'm do the video, it takes probably the end of the year. So I decided only the the audio, Shafi. And we are so grateful, Shafi. Last week we did interview one of these young innovative
Yeah,
businesswoman.
Cali
uh
D'Amico, né?
yes, Kelly D'Amico. Please do listen to it because I will publish today, Shafi. Kelly D'Amico, because
Yes, fantastic.
we do have our 1 million downloads. What else?
Yes, fantastic.
What else? Our
You,
books too. We have a lot of
yeah,
book
you
people.
did all the job, yes.
No, Chef and I, we have a collaboration of thinking what make our podcast, bigger.
Better and bolder, yes, absolutely.
Yes. Chef and I have this collaboration to thinking to make our podcast, as we are saying that bigger, better, and bolder. We extend our limits or limits. We do make things that make this podcast as we describe it. So number one, we got our 1 million downloads, and we are looking for 2 million downloads, people, and of course books. And lots of books. Please do grab a copy of our books from volume 1 to 13, people, especially volume 12, basics.
Oh, yeah.
Volume 12, Italian cuisine. We do have hardcover paperback, and soon available too, of course, audiobooks. See, people, we are really expanding and expanding. And of course, our merchandise. Please do grab, purchase our merchandise and culinary course. I don't want, I don't know what will be the next after audiobooks, culinary courses, and I don't know what will be the next expansion of Food 101. Jeff is thinking about that. So
I'm thinking, yeah.
for the next expansion of Food 101 volume and on Food 101 podcast, because I think we did already everything to make this podcast, as we said, bigger.
Better than bolder, yes.
Yes. And we are so grateful, people. I hope you will continue supporting us because we are aiming for
Absolutely.
2 million downloads.
Yes, please, thank you.
Yes, 2 million downloads, people. And to have an advertiser.
Mm.
We're looking for
Let's
not
see, let's
only.
see what's going on. What did
Gi-
2024 bring us, and then go with the
yes.
2025.
2024, please give us advertiser. Please support this podcast because this podcast is, as we said, bigger.
Better, bolder.
Yay! And again, from the bottom of our heart, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. American people,
See you soon.
bye bye.